Hi, welcome to my channel. This is the second lesson on basic lead guitar, and I'm going to have a look at the blues scale and the key of E first of all, and the key of A. This is aimed at beginners, people who are just starting out trying to build their own solos. Okay, the blues scale is the quickest way into soloing on guitar. The blues scale in E is kind of set up for the guitar, or the guitar is set up for it, in that we can play all the open strings, and we're staying within the cage or the area, the zone of the first 3 frets. We'll start with the open first string, that's the root note, E. Then 3rd fret, 2nd string, 2nd string open, 3rd string, 2nd fret, 3rd string open, 4th string, 2nd fret, 4th string open, 5th string, 2nd fret, 5th string open, 6th string, 3rd fret, and 6th string open. We're going to add the G on the 3rd fret of the 1st string, that's the minor 3rd. We're going to add that to this scale. So from top to bottom, okay, so relatively simple, and you can transpose this, move this to a different key simply by moving up the fretboard but staying within a 3 fret zone or cage. We're going to look at the key of A, which is a good key to play lead guitar in. We're in the area from the 5th fret to the 8th fret, so we're not quite in the middle, but we're fairly near the middle of the string, which makes bendings easier. And the tone of the guitar around this area is really good, especially on the 3rd and 2nd strings. So our blues scale is not going to start with an open string, it's going to start on the 5th fret. We'll be playing all the notes on the 5th fret as if it were the nut, but moved up 5 frets. So in A, our blues scale, adding this minor 3rd, is going to go so exactly the same shape as, but 5 frets up. Okay, so far so good. Now if we're playing over a 12-bar blues, we can play pretty much all of those notes over any of the chords. It's fairly simple. It's not going to clash or sound horrible, but it's good to play sequences of notes in the order that they are in the blues scale. And I've put together a little 4-note riff. We're simply going to use 4 notes in 3 different combinations or variations, starting on the 7th fret of the 4th string, and we're simply going to go up. Okay, so playing the 5th and 7th frets on the 3rd string, and the 5th fret on the 2nd string. So then the second riff is simply that in reverse, so starting on the 5th fret, the 2nd string, and coming down. Okay, so those 2 again. And the third riff is, so starting on the 5th fret with the 2nd string, and then 7th fret, 5th fret, 7th fret on the 3rd string. Okay, so all three of them. Okay, I've got a backing track that I recorded that I can play along to, so I'll play the simple arrangement of a solo using this 4-note riff in its 3 variations. Okay, that sounds fine, but it's a little bit boring. We've got no real expression in there. That's because I was playing very straight notes. I wasn't doing any bending or vibrato or hammer on or snap off, those techniques that I showed you in the first lesson. But I'll play the backing track again and let it run a little longer. And I'll play exactly the same notes, but I'll put some of these expressive techniques. So it's already sounding a bit more interesting, but maybe we need a few more notes, and I'm going to do a version of it in a minute where I use the whole of the A blues scale. So but again, putting some expressive techniques, bending, vibrato, hammer on, snap off, to put a little spice, a little Tabasco in the solo. A word about the timing. This is a straight, what we call a 4/4 time, so 4 beats to the bar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But I'm playing 8th notes, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And the timing is that I come on the and 4 and 1. That's where the riff fits into the scheme of things. So I'll try and count it and play it. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, and so on. Okay. So now I'm going to give you the backing track again, and I'm going to play all the notes in the A blues scale. I'm going to build a solo, I'm going to improvise a solo using all these notes. And I'm going to use some of the expressive techniques that I showed you in the first lesson, bending, hammer on, snap off, and vibrato. most wonderful guitar I've ever played, but enough to show you that with very, very few notes and a little bit of technique, you can actually make, you can put together quite an expressive solo. And the blues scale is great for improvising on because there's not really any chance you're going to get lost in complicated scales or chord changes. You're manoeuvring or navigating around a limited number of notes which repeat all over the neck, but which you can access within these 3 frets. It's very, very economical in terms of hand movement, which is very good. And it's just basically a good way in to playing along to blues. Rhythm and blues is more the style of this backing track. All kinds of genres, but where there's simple 1, 4 and 5 chords, that's what a 12 bar is. So an A, D, E song or an E, A, B song, any of those patterns in different keys, you'll be able to play along and contribute something to the song. This isn't about, solos are not about spotlighting your technique and showing everybody what a wonderful musician you are, how accomplished you are. Your job, like with all instruments, rhythm or solo, is to serve the song, to contribute the best possible, the most suitable and the best possible part that complements the song as a whole. And if everybody does that, then you begin to make great music. So another important aspect of soloing is, you may have noticed in my improvised solo, leave gaps, dramatic pauses. They're almost as important as what you play, and don't try and fill the whole passage, the whole whatever 12 bars you play. Don't try and fill it with notes. Give it space to breathe and make it a little bit more dynamic. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope you've learned something. This is really very, very simple stuff for beginners, people just starting off, but I hope it's helped. Okay, I look forward to the next time. See you soon.